Alright. No one's here. Excuse my awkward entrance. It's the only way to get into this thing. Let's get ripping in a few seconds.
My mother loves the worst kind of mold. The garbage is really fancy like garbage. Garbage. Field of play? What is it? Is it just a field or is there like a tennis court or what else could go on the field? Okay. By the way, I would have voted for Obama for a third term. But it's like so they're trying not to be, but it's like so odd. I'm not racist. I like Obama. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. She seems anxious. That's okay. We're not judging. That's a nasty, right? Yes, she developed in that way, but Arizona works like a charm. Right. Okay, call back to me. It's a service we provide. Okay. I'm good at it. Yeah. You're selling it too hard. Well, what's this? I'll have mine. Seriously? Get together? My dad refers to me. Oh.
I think I live on.
Whole thing's pretty. The door on here. In the backyard. You tell me about his tunnel? Well, buy them all, start going and say you're going to do the box. Oh my god. Can do that? Yeah. Yes? Look at that hair. Rainbow. What?
What? What? Someone else looking for it.
Look at that. Are you an MMA fan?
Oh, this one was upside down. I never had a card be upside down. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's coming up with me.
What does it mean?
Yeah, bring back the conversation.
What?
Right.
Cool. Free play brother.
Yeah.
No play okay, these treated the kids. Easy guy.
Yeah, the mum really commands respect, doesn't she?
Yeah. What's he thinking? Oh, that'd be nice. What? Why?
Can you see the flyer or you just hear it?
Who's hearing it?
Is it actually there or is it just you got the flyer around the ditch?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Maybe it's in any can.
40 feet to 90 feet.
Sucks we have to work on a Sunday.
Does it though?
How about dogs?
How about Peyton Manning? Pork chili. You people are done. What's work?
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Yo.
Can you take the door open?
I'm gonna go with 130.
Oh, that little thing up.
You like that?
The photo was maybe supposed to be like scary. She's just walking around there.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was definitely meant to be scary.
No, I guarantee you that Steve music wasn't there. It wouldn't have been as scary. There you go. What?
Don't run like that. What?
Wow.
That was scary.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. What you?
Okay. Yeah, forget the cigarette.
What is going on in this house? Who sits there like that?
No, hell no.
Must be like midnight. There's no way it's like 3 in the morning.
Does he? Does he words? Oh my god. Calm down. Stop doing that with the teacup.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, you can hear it now. Jesus.
Oh,
Wowza. Good visual representation.
oh,
Him sinking into himself.
I'm sorry.
It is. Like I was watching when I was a kid.
Maybe it's this one. James Unlucky.
Reminds me of Under the Skin as well.
I think I've seen all of them.
It's very weird. I don't think that's what we got.
Anyone there? Who's there?
He's pretty far down.
Ooh, master ball. Master ball. Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
ah.
That was a dream?
Was it? Yeah. Oh. There's no such thing as a sunken place.
He's close still.
I'm not in charge. Yeah.
I'd probably go home.
You would?
I mean, that was very weird.
Ooh, okay, that is heavy.
You're re-window
That is heavy.
I'm not going to do it.
Wow. How did you know it was going to do that?
What?
Subtle. Subtle. Look back. Oh, okay.
how strong the music plays with that. Take this picture. There you go. He looks like the captain from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, okay. May you rest in peace.
Yes.
She's lovely, isn't she, bro? And she was one of a kind, top of the line. What? Doggone keeper.
What? Go, go.
Exercise. Just go.
Is that real?
This is on the top of his place on Friday. Work in my own business.
Let's stay away from that guy. Did it work? No, I just think it.
Surely, you could have a conversation without a follow-up.
Who's that little tiny door there? Oh, very friendly.
Oh, look, it's the greens. Gordon and Emily, this is Chris.
Should have been called the whites.
Nice to meet you, Chris. Nice to meet you indeed. Well, I can't quite swing the hips like I used to, though. But, I do know Tiger.
Huh? Well, cool. Good.
Come on.
I mean, he is like the greatest ever
Yeah.
golfer, are you?
Yeah, it's just one. Don't do that. That's pretty fun.
Is it true?
What?
Is it better?
Okay.
Wow.
Now the pendulum is swung back. Wow. New fashion.
Oh my god!
He probably just stopped talking with people now.
We'll get some pictures.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you stop?
yeah. Can you take a picture of it?
Yeah.
No. Don't act like you get them.
What? Oh!
Check it out.
Yeah, yeah, they all are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see those double lines.
Ooh. Is she getting two together?
This was just telling me I felt much more comfortable with my being here.
Don't say that.
It was nice to meet you, Chris.
A good cut.
Try. Much different from when we first saw him.
Yeah.
Pokeball.
So what do you do if you Chris now? I just feel like, ooh, I'm feeling well, I'm gonna go lay down.
Oh,
in bed.
shit.
Get the fuck out of there. This is so weird.
What you got in our
So
car?
you could get out.
Did you just spoil?
What a hot take there.
Did the movie just spoil the movie?
Oh, it's like that. Dodgeball.
No country for me.
Take your own.
Office Space. Different secret, but yes, that's all.
The game of your feedback.
And let's put pull down so we can see what's going on in there as well.
So I'm not even tired.
Yeah.
Office stuff.
What are they doing?
And badminton?
Yeah, badminton. Is that like a stereotypical white sport? Is that,
I don't know.
or is that with like polo?
That's something.
One day you develop insurance comes out, so the next day you wake up in the dark.
Ooh, that's like the most normal conversation
Yeah.
I have the entire time.
Best conversation you've got.
Yeah, twice now. I mean, I just have my phone on me.
Yeah. Although he didn't charge it overnight. Oh, it was uncharged overnight.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
he left it up there to charge. It's not.
It's not uncommon.
What's the left note there?
take it on Mitchie.
It's a stretch.
What?
You've spoken to her like for a minute.
Is it? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I don't care if this is a one of those, okay? She can fix mama. Look, every down there is eating the shit out of me. Okay? They even couldn't do this shit because their head was out their fucking body. Blew out their head. It was fucking weird. The top head shit. You know, Jimmy down there.
Wow.
I took their mom, and everybody in the trash, and she fucking her shit up.
So,
Yeah, stop hanging up on me, mate.
I can assure you, there was no funny business.
No, funny business. Stop being so creepy. I wasn't trying to see. Scratch you out.
I don't answer to you.
Okay.
okay, ball.
Fucking it. Oh. Jesus.
What?
Nope.
It's really like family.
Wow. At what point do you know?
It's not worth it. He just said just yelling. Is he showing that picture again?
Ronald and Celia Jeffries, Hiroki Tanaka, and Friedrich Walton.
The colonel.
Looks like Kojima.
These sounds of being African American. More advantage or disadvantage.
Wow.
Top one. Don't ask me about the African American experience.
There we go.
For the most part, they're good. Although, please be comfortable. And so even when you go into the city, I just had no interest to become my sanctuary.
Wow.
Whoops. Oh.
Okay. Wow. Uncomfortable.
I imagine that everything's gone for you.
Ah.
Sparklers, bingo.
Bingo.
I think she got in my head.
I mean, that's definitely happened. What is she doing?
Just getting excited.
Yeah.
Good one.
Oh. Wow.
Is that a 20? Is it a double?
I don't think you go from like,
Or was he just confirming?
I think it was confirmation because no one else looked like they were bidding at 10. It's like, alright, maybe 20. No, I just can't see.
It's with a silent auction.
He's like, hey, I'm playing. I think I was solid off to a blind guy.
I feel like I'm at a disadvantage.
Ah, we got him.
And my mom, she looks alive initially. She went dancing by the side of the door.
Wow, I just picked up on the correlation between the hit and run with his mum and the deer that happened earlier and why he was so invested in the deer. Jesus.
I like that part. Very wherefore.
What do the Americans call him Waldo?
So what was that?
No, it's Where's Waldo?
It's Wally and Waldo. They're different people.
Nope, it's Wally in Australia.
You know about Waldo though?
I know about Waldo, black and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's Where's Waldo in America.
Oh, so they don't have the black. They don't have the red and white black. So if you search Where's Waldo, you're going to see a picture of it. Red and white, Where's Wally? Wally. You search Where's Wally. Maybe that's like a secret.
Sure.
I don't think so. I think it's Wally everywhere.
Yeah, effectively.
They should have got Kieran Culkin to the role of the brother.
Creepy brother doing creepy things.
I got one. Get out.
Microsoft phone. Many them. Oh, he does know.
No shit. Why is he dressed like that? Sex slave. You don't think it's hell?
His phone died.
Couldn't you hide that? She did.
In a little red box in the cupboard.
Okay.
Yeah, I got really sick, so I screwed with that first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
No. Yeah, you take it too long.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Time to run. Wow.
You already damaged your house.
So your fault, brother.
Goddamn sunken place.
I guess that's a plus. We don't want to go into something place we're going, you were the worst. The worst I've ever had.
Wouldn't it be cool if your watch could tell time and improve it? Next, sprint for 20 seconds.
What does it mean to be rich? It's first steps. And sometimes the last word. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts. Edward Jones.
Shop bestsellers at Ashley, where no matter what your holiday traditions are, you're always at home. Whether you're making extra room with our extendable dining tables, or decorating with your own festive flair, shop holiday deals and make lifelong memories with Ashley.
You're gonna be happy.
Did the phone ring if it was dead? Alright, now the plot thickens. It's like a fun road. Then you have the dartboard across the ping pong table.
Means you can play ping pong and have someone else play darts at the same time.
What if it rebounds off the dartboard onto the ping pong table?
It counts. Question is, would you dart for a ping pong ball?
Yeah, imagine that.
Bocce balls?
Foosball? These pairs are significantly whiter. Oh god.
Or regular?
Ugh.
Rose Armitage. She's white. Chris is pushing.
I see.
I know. Trying to work jerseys.
It does sound. Yeah, you did.
But I'm not gonna tell you gonna sound crazy. You ready?
Sex. Dumb shit.
Brainwashing. Making them work for them as sex slaves and shit.
Can you tell me who that even do my office?
He sent me some weird picture. I'm like, oh man, it's not.
Oh, good cop.
We started putting up some TSA agents and you guys are detectives. I get the same thing, you know? You might go more to that.
Wow. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Last 2 days ago,
He left.
Got a couple of tracks.
after school, wait, you haven't seen him?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Thank you.
What did he say?
He said he was missing.
Oh, good.
That was odd.
She was lying like a mother. I know that.
this guy's good.
TSA shit. This motherfucker's life.
This still wants to make up.
Whenever you go out, I remember you looking at me.
What the fuck you doing? This is my best friend.
Oh, that was playing right into him. You scale like that one. Alright, what's the next step here?
Oh,
It's like locked from lost.
Yeah. For phase 3,
Makes sense.
the transmutation.
Transmutation?
yeah, that's not a word.
Limited consciousness.
Nah.
You'll be able to see
You can't live in there. Jesus.
you don't have to give a shit what color you are. What I want.
And you're like, but you're black.
I want those things you see through.
Photography, artistry. Oh, that's scratching.
What's that? That's some fluff there.
And with these reckon you've done hundreds.
100? No, 50? Mate, under 50.
I mean, I'd say more. The video showed the dad, and he was much younger as well, when the grandpa was there.
Yeah.
And the kids were quite young.
Yeah.
It's like an egg.
That's sharp, eh?
More. You would have had like Chris press ready to go as well. Cool. Bang. Go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more. One more. Yeah. No, one more, mate. There you go.
How did he reach his hands to his ears? They were bound there.
I'm sure he did it somehow. Oh, there you go.
Great.
Why is it taking so long?
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's living forever now.
Alright, continue on. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. No! Nice.
Very good.
Go back up in the pocket.
Come on.
Yeah, that one had a little headbutt. No, it's a puddle first.
Nah,
Just use up the strength advantage. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Okay. Temple or the eye?
There's one left.
Oh.
No. No way.
He's got the knife, yeah, okay. Yeah, back up into it.
Deal with him first before you.
He's got the chokehold going, so you gotta do something.
Put your body around.
Yeah, alright. Okay.
What?
Well, sit on me like that. Nah. Get that knife, do something.
Arm or
Yeah, oh, that's. Oh, He's wanting to chunk this again. Yeah, there you go. Give him an opportunity. I mean, did that really stop him? I mean, he's already pretty messed up with a couple blows to the head.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright.
Nah. There you go. That's third. That was it. Go to third.
Oh, the fucking gosh.
Wow. Next victim. Let's try those one. What's the hell you do for?
No.
And they look like punchy though.
Yeah.
Okay.
She always was playing with her hair because she's got a hard that huge scar.
Is there anyone with a sleep on it? I don't think she would.
And did the guy running
Yeah.
always have the hat on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lakeith had his hat. Yeah.
Good pickup. Oh shit.
Yeah. Definitely get out of the car.
Behind the tree. Behind the tree. Behind the tree.
There's no way she got that.
I mean, why wouldn't she? It's pretty far away. There's the running.
Wait, you can stop it. You're not shooting.
I mean, they just kill him now.
Yeah. You're just killing and starting you.
Bang.
Good move.
Smart.
Yeah. That was not smart.
Got blood nose.
Bang.
Good. I think to reload, so it just goes, I don't know much about guns.
Boom.
There you go.
You dead? The gun's right there.
Yeah, I mean, you want to move it away. Oh, damn it! At least you grabbed it, that's plenty of time. We'll just reload it. Oh, he's much, well, a lot of time.
Yeah.
Nah.
Of course you do.
I love you.
Oh, wow.
She didn't say what he did.
You pop a head off.
God.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
This doesn't look good.
Wonder if we'll get the same pop from the start.
Help me.
If you like to, sir.
The gun. The gun.
Sixty.
Here you go.
Told you not to go there.
Keep it light.
I'm tears. Motherfucking A. Consider this situation. Fucking happened.
Not yet.
Isn't it?
Can't believe it.
I mean, it's got a bullet in her.
No.
Yes.
Leaving her on the hit and run. And there you go.
Wow.
Very, very comfortable.
Oh yeah, really, really good film. Very, very tight script. It flows. There's no dead spots in this movie. really, really well paced, great performances. Like Danny Kaluuya was really good.
He is really good.
Yeah,
He should be in more stuff.
yeah, he was solid.
He's a fire in the book.
Yes, yep. He got nominated for this. I feel like he did, and then he won for Judas the Last Messiah for supporting. Because yeah, I remember they were talking about how him and Chris Stanford were both in the supporting category. Like the music in this. Like there was certain, like, and it happens with a lot of like different horror movies and that too, where it's, you know, if you don't have that, like it doesn't work. But I feel like they do it well enough here where that just actually elevates it. Like it probably,
It wasn't like jump scary for no reason.
yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So if I mean we may as well let's do a little Jordan Neil few bits. If we ever get to us and no,
A.
this is indeed A. Yes.
Not S.
No, this is not S.
Far from B.
No, near B. This is a very solid A.
Solid A.
Thanks for checking out our reaction to Get Out. We've done a couple of other horror movies and we're going to leave one right here for you.
Bye.
Is your watch knows when it's fully charged? Shouldn't it know when you are too?
Ever arrived at the woman behind the wheel? Women preferences in the Uber app let women request a ride with a woman driver. Now available in LA and San Francisco. That's safety simplified. Uber.
Today's story is a classic don't go in the woods type of story. But before we get into today's story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, you come to the right place because that's all we do, and we upload 2 or 3 times every week. So if that's of interest to you, please invite the like button over to a kid's birthday party and then ask them if they want to hit the pinata. And they say yes, put their blindfold on, and then replace the pinata with a bean. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Alright, let's get into today's story. Located in the far northwestern section of Canada is the aptly named Northwest Territories. It is a massive swath of land that virtually nobody lives inside of. To make that point crystal clear, consider the following. The country of Germany has a population of 83 million people, give or take. The Northwest Territories is 4 times as large as Germany, but only has a population of about 60,000 people. In addition to being this huge and mostly unoccupied space, the Northwest Territories are almost completely wild. Think dense forests, huge mountains, massive rivers and lakes, and lots of really big animals. Even for highly experienced outdoorsmen and women, the Northwest Territories can be a truly hazardous place. And within this truly hazardous
Is that another
place,
Bulbasaur or is that the
there is
Ivysaur?
one part that is the most hazardous, and it's right in the middle of
That's
the
the
Northwest
Bulbasaur.
Territories.
Ooh, man.
And it's this 11,000
Dude, now I have
mile
2 of
stretch
these and also 2 of the promo
wilderness
version.
that's called the Nahani Valley. In
I'll
1976,
take it.
the Nahani Valley was made into a national park. But don't let that fool you. This is not some family park that anybody can go to. There are no tourist accommodations, there's no hotels, there's really nothing inside of it. And there are no roads that lead into this park. The only way you can get inside this valley is by plane or by boat or by very stressful and difficult overland route. But for those who are able and willing to make the effort to get inside of this valley, you have the opportunity to explore one of the most beautiful places on the planet, because this section of the world is almost completely untouched by man. It is really nature at its purest form. However, there is a catch. This valley is said to be haunted. Over the last 10,000 years, the handful of native tribes that have attempted to settle inside of the Nahani Valley have all either suddenly disappeared without a trace, like the Naha tribe, that literally overnight just was gone, leaving behind their shelters, their food, their supplies, just gone. No one knows what happened to them. Or the tribes have abruptly fled, claiming they were being terrorized or
Maybe
stalked by creatures lurking in the forest, like these white demons and these large wolves they called wahilas. Now, of course, this just sounds like folklore, and it might very well be that that's all it is, folklore. But starting in the early 1900s,
some very strange things started happening in the Mahani Valley that were not folklore. These things happened, and they were horrifying. These were horrifying real events. And they might, depending on your viewpoint, give credit to some of the theories that the native tribes people have about this valley, which is there's something evil lurking out in this forest, but we just don't know what it is. In 1904, three brothers, Willie, Frank, and Charlie McLeod, who all lived in the Northwest Territories, decided they wanted to go looking for gold in the Mahani Valley. They figured because so few people had ever been inside of this valley that if there was gold to be found,
Mega bumps now.
it had not been found.
Man.
And so after a very long and arduous
I've got
journey,
like 3 of
using sled
each.
dogs, trains,
At this point.
homemade boats, they finally slipped into the valley and found themselves on what's called the Flat River, which runs right through the center of the Mahani Valley. Now, the Flat River is kind of ironically named because it's anything but flat. It's actually more like a rapid at certain points. But either way, these three brothers are on their boat, they're making their way up the Flat River, and at some point they pull off onto the riverbank and they set up camp. And then once the camp is set up, they go down to the river and they put their gold sluices in the water. The gold sluice is this long, skinny box that's usually made of wood and it has a strainer on one side. And gold miners will put it in the water, submerged, and they will kind of shovel the sediment on the bottom of the water into this little funnel. And the big stuff will get stopped by the strainer, and the dirt and the water will just kind of flow out the side. And so the idea is you can trap gold nuggets inside of this sluice. And so the three brothers, they get their sluices up, they start looking for gold, and right away they hit payday. There is tons of gold in this river. And so all day, all night, they get all this gold. The next morning they do the same thing. And by the time all their containers are literally filled to the brim with gold, they decide, hey, let's
16
go back and
packs left.
turn this in, get some money for it, and then come back out here. So they pack up their tent, they pack up all their supplies, and they put everything back in their boat. They get out onto Flat River, and at some point, very early on in their journey back, the boat capsizes, and the boat actually breaks apart from the strength of these rapids of Flat River. And so the boat actually just sinks, and much of their supplies sink, including all of their gold. But the three brothers are able to grab some of their supplies, like a rifle and some lumber, and some of their mining supplies, and they swim it all to shore, and catch their breath. They're totally devastated at the loss of the gold, but they're alive, they have enough supplies to survive, and so they figure all they could do is maybe try to go back to their original site,
Maybe
try to
bird.
get some more gold, because they did still have a sluice, and then try to get out of there
No.
and regroup and come back another time. And so using some of the lumber they recovered from their broken boat, and then also by cutting down some trees, they literally fashioned another boat and then hopped back on the Flat River and they went back up to that site where they found gold earlier. They set up their sluice, they set up their camp again, and this time they didn't find any gold. All day, this very disappointing day, they've already lost all their gold. Now they're not finding any more gold. And so that night when they went to bed, they decided that the next day they were just going to leave. And so the next day they get out, they pack up, they hop back on the Flat River on this new boat they built, and they're able to make their way out of the valley and get back to their homes. As soon as they get back home, the two younger brothers, Willie and Frank, start talking about how they want to go back into Mahani Valley and go get more gold. Because now they know there's gold out there. It's not a question, yeah, we didn't find it that second time, but we know it's out there. Charlie, the older brother, he wanted to get the gold, but he felt like, hey, that was a close call, the boat flipping over. I don't know if it's a good idea, so I'm actually not going to go. You guys can go, I'm going to stay. And so several months goes by, and Frank and Willie have been doing all this preparation for this additional trip into the valley, and finally, in 1905, they're ready. And so Willie, Frank, and the third man, called Robert Weir, who was a friend of theirs, who's going to replace Charlie, the three of them, they make their way up into the valley. Now, they didn't tell anyone how long they were going to be gone for, and so when they didn't send any word, and no one had heard from them in weeks, Charlie was actually not that concerned because he knew there was lots of gold to be had out in the Mahani Valley, and so he figured they must have struck it rich, and now they decided to live out there long term, or at least maybe through the summer, or maybe the next year, and so he wasn't concerned, and because he wasn't concerned, nobody else was concerned about these three men. And so weeks turned into months, turned into a year, and still, no one's heard from these three men. No one's heard from Willie, Frank, or from Robert. But still, Charlie maintains that nothing can be wrong because there's three of them out there. They're incredibly experienced. There's a ton of gold out there. I'm sure they're just killing it. And
and they're just acquiring all this gold, and we're going to see them in the next couple of months maybe, and everything's going to be just fine. But a whole other year would go by, so they've been out there for 2 years, and no one has heard from them, and at this point, Charlie thinks to himself, okay, I have to go out and see if they're okay. And so he rounds up 4 other people from his town, and he mounts an expedition to head back into the Nahani Valley to go find his 2 brothers and find Robert Weir. Charlie and his search party eventually, after yet another long and arduous journey, they get into Nahani Valley, and they get onto the Flat River, and so they start making their way upstream along Flat River. So it must have been a very treacherous journey getting to the rapids of the river. And the whole time they're scanning the left and the right side, hoping to see some sign of life. They're looking for any indication that these 3 men are out here and just fine, but they didn't see any sign of them. And so they finally made their way all the way up to the very end of Flat River, or I should say the very beginning of Flat River, where it breaks off from a much larger river called the South Nahani River. And once they turned onto the South Nahani River, they began going downstream. And again, they're looking on either side for any sign of these 3 men. There's no sign of them. And then the river they're on takes a very sharp turn. It's actually called the Big Bend. And it's about a 45-degree turn. And as soon as you make that turn, it dumps you into this 10-mile stretch of river called Second Canyon. Now, along South Nahani River, which is about 350 miles long, there are these 4 canyons that the water passes through. And they're labeled 4th Canyon, 3rd Canyon, 2nd Canyon, and 1st Canyon. And these canyons are massive. These sheer cliffs on either side of the river shoot up to 3,000 feet above the water, and in some parts, the water is actually just as deep, thousands of feet deep. And Second Canyon is unique because the cliff faces are as sheer as you're going to get, and the cliff faces almost butt up exactly up against the water. So there's really very little shoreline on either side. So once you're in this 10-mile stretch, you're basically boxed in. You have thousands of feet of water below you. You have these massive cliffs on either side, and there's really nowhere to go. You need to get through this section of the river before you can effectively get onto the shoreline and take a break from being in your boat. And along these cliffs are these openings you see high up all over the cliffs on both sides that are openings to these massive cave systems inside of these thousands of feet high cliffs. And because of how difficult it is to not only get to Nahani Valley, but also to get up to these different cave openings, nobody's gone inside of them. We don't know what's inside of these caves, save for the few that are down low enough that people can explore. So as you're passing through Second Canyon, it's almost like you're being watched because there's all these openings, but you can't see into them, and you're just forced to go down this 10-mile stretch, and you can't really go anywhere, and whatever's watching you, it's watching you. As soon as Charlie and his search party entered into Second Canyon, it would have immediately gotten darker, because that's another part of being in Second Canyon. These huge cliff walls of this canyon obscure the sunlight. And so they would have entered into this canyon, it would have gotten darker, and it's very windy inside of Second Canyon. The winds would have picked up, it's dark, very strange setting for them to be in, and they would have been looking on either side at these little strips of shoreline on either side, barely big enough for a boat to be. They would have been looking for any sign of life, but they didn't see anything. As they're making their way down this 10-mile stretch, as they're getting closer and closer to actually entering into First Canyon, which is the next canyon you would enter into, the sides of the river start to get slightly larger, where you could actually beat the boat. There's some trees, and on the left-hand side, right before exiting Second Canyon, they notice there is actually a tent perched within some trees. And so the search party naturally goes right over the shoreline, they hop out, but as soon as they step foot on land and they have a clearer view of this tent and what's outside of it, they notice there is a body clearly lying on the ground outside of the tent. And so Charlie and the search party, they run over, and as soon as they're up close, they can tell this body is missing its head. And they see the clothes on this body are totally charred and burned, and whoever this was, they were reaching with their right arm when they died. And right outside of the reach of their right arm was a rifle that was propped up against a tree. And so they walk around this one body, and they go around towards the backside of the tent where the opening to this tent is, and they find another body, another very badly decomposed body, and its position kind of...
It's time!
pluribus.
Maybe it's those ScottyB-Makin that the Forest Service. I think those guys, I don't know what you're talking about. Tree. Hey, it's not supposed to be able to not. Look at that signal. It's drifting. What is it? Maybe somehow it's time to do another part gone. They use false hope on the ocean. It's not the kind of thought they kind of thought you that
matter?
So I'm not going there next door. Not married.
Well, it's only easy to cut.
Imagine the power it took to send it. Megawatts? Gigawatts? Imagine 20 watts. And then by the Africa. You got all that trouble to send a message. It's gotta be more than just hello. And why make it hard to understand? Ordinary? It's like encryption. Why would you bother with it? I think I know what it is.
That's crazy, man. 3 times with the skirt.
Twin moons hung low and full, two wine green eyes peering over the horizon as if to steal a glimpse into the cage's soul. She paced the blood-soaked passage of the theater looking for something, anything, that might take her mind off the bomb. Ascending the coast of her gaze leader that were a bare-chested young sailor. On hands and knees, he scrubbed his sinewy forearms stretched out as he washed away all trace of the day's fight. But a languid nod. Luke came to base and followed to her cabin. Little did this child that man notice where the most happened. So there might be on that sweet meaning. Or, regrettably, that it would last for something else. Later, at $4, the pager stood by the midnight. Once again, she leaned. She pulled her top foot tighter, fingering its forced roll as her thoughts flashed back to a god. It had been he who first wrapped the coat around her, whispering in her ear, "We must keep moving in your absence." Each. With that, Ravon, proud, haughty, Ravon, mounted the plank and leaped from sight. The young princess had closed over him, leaving him alone.
Why Taro? Please play the song Why Taro? And the next song is the best yet. God, are you in for a treat?
The horn?
This is a authentic fact. Let's just look at some of these. Okay, so we show. Okay, so good things. When finally we're going to make a movie, if it's only an actual theater's not on the Lifetime network, B, you gotta get ILM to the slips in. Otherwise, it's super short of no French. And C, that it's still a very crucial point. As a two-mast square, the cable represents the missing mast. I'm sorry, should I know who you are? Depends. A big fan of Randall's crap. You got you working late? Yeah, that's a bunch of rats. So how was the big project? Well, we're just trying to set these lights to both angles for oxygen fires, but actually using necessity.
Ox, rabbits, mice, guinea pigs, now rats.
Not clinical scientists.
Another way?
What the heck?
Absolutely got a heartbeat. Strong one, just ram. If I didn't know any better, I'd They're gonna be fine.